Hi everyone, back again with me, Magic Joe, and in this video, I would like to share my clear for the Tarot Residual to level 60, and I'm not sure if I want to call this video as a guide because honestly, I just use some specific units in order to clear this stage. But don't worry, I'm still gonna give you some tips that might be useful for you in order to clear this stage on your account. And before we start the units overview, I would like to let you know that right now I'm level 46, so the units that I'm using here is mostly level 45 and 46 as well. And if I could say like recommended level, if you have the exact team that I have in here, probably you could do it at level 46 or level 45, but if you want some smooth clear, I suggest you to do this at level 50 because your unit will be a lot stronger and it will be easier for you to clear this stage. And I think that's it. Let's get into it. The first unit that I want to talk about is Nonowill. Nonowill is really great on this stage because she's a seeker and the boss here is a breaker role. That means Nonowill will do more damage and also take less damage from the boss. And also, she has access to anesthetic, which is going to cause a 1 stack of infection per attack that she does. So you can combo that skill with the 1000 blades for AoE attack and also triple slash for the 3 consecutive attacks for the single target. That means every time she tries to attack the enemy, she will infect the enemy with infection for 3 stack each. And also Enchanting Shadow is really good because it's an instant ability, which is you can cast it before you do the attack and it will grant you a dodge, and also Vulnerable 3, which going to increase the damage taken by 30%. And also for the reaction ability, I really like Energy Recovery because if Nonowill getting hit by the enemy, she will get more energy and she could really easily spamming the 1000 blades and also have some energy for the Enchanting Shadows. And for the weapon, I just put like any daggers at level 50 that I have, and also the Evergreen Pendant is really good because every time she got healed, she will have chance to get level 2 attribute buff. So that is really good on her as well. And for the tarot card, I'm just gonna use the Devil because I want to kill the small minions. I just call it minions, and then after that she could benefit from extra attack and defense from the tarot card. The next unit that I use on this stage is Blade. He's level 45 at the moment and rank 9, and he's been very helpful for me in doing Tower of Conquest and also PvE stages like this. And what I want to highlight is the trait Blazed Arrow. That means he has the capability to do the assist attack for your team whenever your team deals some damage or attacking any enemy units. If the enemy unit is still in range of his trait in here, he will do assist attack. So you want to use that assist attack to cancel some buff from the boss by putting him on the behind of the boss. So whenever your unit do the attack, he could cancel. He could have the chance to cancel the buff and also the big AoE that the boss will charge on this game. And also he has the fancy footwork that will grant him 2 time dodges for 2 turns. And this unit is and this skill is really useful to tank the damage from Lash and also the wing thingy on this stage. So that's pretty much his role on this stage. Other than that, he just could do some damage and also could proc the Ragnarok by having the instant skill from the item here. I'll let you know later how I do it. And another DPS unit that I use on this stage is Outlaw Crossbowman. He's still level 46 and he's been very useful as you can see on my previous video as well. And his trait is going to give him more damage by 35%, And still, I'm just gonna use the Whale Hunter bow to give more damage and also chances to gain more infection stacks on the enemy. The reason why I use him over the Divine Grace for DPS is because the infection stacks. This skill is so good. And also for the tarot card here, I'm gonna use the Devil because I want to increase the attack and also the defense for this unit, so he could tank and also deal more damage to the enemy units. And also for the skill, I just make some adjustment. I'm just gonna use Perfect Shield and make sure that he's unharmed because it will give the extra 10% defense and also attack. And also the very important skill on this stage is knockback shot. So I want him to knock back all the units that I can knock back to make the stage easier and save more time to deal more damage to the boss and other units. On to the next one, we have Abyss on this stage. She's level 46 at the moment still, and her role is pretty simple, just to debuff the enemy and reduce their attack and also defense. That way it will be easier for me to clear the stage and kill the enemies. And also I just utilize her tankiness abilities for the reaction, so I hope that she could soak more attack from the enemies and still could survive the attack. And for the tarot card, I'm just gonna put the Devil because I want her to deal a little bit of damage and also to make her a bit tankier. That way it's gonna be easy, just trust me, you can see on the video later. And for the equipment, I prefer to have something that could help her sustain the battle, at least to make her always healthy, so you don't take more damage from the enemy or for being injured. And also the weapon, I just put like anything anything that good that I could find on my account, just put it on her. And of course we need some healer and also support on this stage. That's why I'm gonna pick Nightingale to do the job in here. She's level 46 at the moment, and I know most of you guys probably doesn't have her on your account. I'm really sorry about that. I know it by the comments that you put on my videos. I'm really sorry to hear that, but if you ever manage to pull her, just put some investment on her because she is really unique, she's really niche, and she's really good healer. The reason behind that is because most of her heals are scaling with HP. That's why you don't have to worry about the M attack. And also it's an instant skill where you can just spam and you could choose like which unit that you want to put healing on. That's why it's really great, even though she doesn't have any AoE healing. And also it will give you some buff like regeneration and also damage reduction, which is really useful. And she could have a capability to heal your units from 1% to 100 just by using all her kit in here. And also her trait will reduce the CD of all skills by 1 turn if you have a dying unit every turn. So my trick in using her is you just need to have 1 unit that is dying and you don't have to heal that unit. Maybe the unit that I'm talking about here, like an archer or some unit that can still contribute from afar. Yeah, just do that, and then you can just spam all her skill, whatever you like. And for the equipment here, I'm just gonna use the cube for the dispel ability, and also the fancy hat. Just this is the best thing that I could wear on her at the moment. And also the tarot card is Guidance of the World. So with Nightingale is the problem of her is the energy. So you might want to put something that could help her to gain more energy, such as the World Tarot Whisperer. Okay, now let's talk about the tactics. So I have tried some positioning on my units, and this is the best position that I could get. And the tactics here, to clear this stage is you want to knock back these 2 units over here, the pikemen, and also 2 defenders. So you don't want to waste your attack on them unless it's necessary or unless your unit just couldn't do anything else. And these stones here is really important because you want to destroy this stone as soon as possible, enable to give more space to your unit, and also it will allow you to hit the back of the boss easier. I'll show you later. So let's start the video. On that turn, I'm just gonna destroy trying to destroy the stones using the AoE with Nonowill, and it will give some infection stacks on them as well. And yeah, but the most important thing is to destroy this stone. And then I'm gonna proc some dodge. That's the first knockback of that unit, and also the first stack of the devil that we have for our team. Okay, as you can see here, why my Nonowill could survive that attack. It's because Nonowill has a passive, it's called Veil, which going to reduce the AoE damage by 99%. So if you don't know that that skill that the pikeman using is the AoE ability, even though it looks like a melee, but that's AoE. That's why my Nonowill could survive, and also by having the advantage of the being a seeker by receiving the damage from the breaker. The reason why I don't attack that unit because the unit is going to fall to the pit really soon whenever my archer has the turn. And also if I attack it, my dodge will be gone because the pikeman has the preemptive attack. So I don't want to do it, just better destroy some stones. There you go, a second knockback. I'm trying to make my units healthy by using that. And that's because of the dodge, and also the second one is because the fail. That's why Nonowill doesn't get any damage. Not a big damage, it's only 5 damage. This attack from behind, start to stacking all those infection. And then if you see why I'm doing that, it's because I don't have enough range to cast a Ragnarok to hit the lash on the behind there. So that's why I move here and I just use the instant skill. That's why instant skill is really important to have on your unit, so you could positioning your unit better and to do some tactics as well, and then you could still like move after that. And one more thing on this stage, this unit, these 5 units over here, they will not move unless you kill the Tempest or unless you damage them. That's why I'm using Ragnarok to damage them, to bait them to move forward, so I could clear the stage in 11 rounds. Just stacking some infection. Also I want to mention that why I'm putting my Outlaw Crossbowman in there. It's because in the next turn I want to bait Lash to use the Whip of Flame to my Crossbowman, because the Crossbowman is a Watcher and Lash is the Destroyer. So the Watcher will have like natural 50% damage reduction to the Destroyer attack. And also because this is a piercing damage, that's why it also would reduce by the roll disadvantage. But it will not be reduced by any magical defense or physical defense. But still, you could survive the attack if you have the advantage of the roll. That's why I rather to have the Crossbowman get hit by her rather than my Seeker unit. That's our tank. Just put some painkiller abilities. And she still could do some attack. Another stacks of the infection there. And that's why I'm using dodge there. It's because on the next turn, I want that defender to hit my blade, because defender always target seeker. So that's what you want to take advantage of. By having this knowledge, you could predict your enemy's movement, and also you could bait them to a pitfall and then just knock them back. And that's what I'm saying about Lash ability. So luckily, because my Crossbowman have more health, that's why he could survive the attack. And that's what I want. And it's gonna be perfect, because he's gonna be my dying units in here. I tried to backtrack like maybe a couple times. It's more than 10 to get this position and strategy. Trying to make my Abyss healthy, and I also cast a Maneuver Command because I don't want my Nonowill to get hit by the boss and also by the defender over here. That's why I use Abyss, because Abyss has such high speed. I think she has the highest, and also like the ice, like the Papal Ice Priest has the highest speed in the game. That's why I use her turn to move my units there by using the Maneuver Command and also heal up, so she could be healthy and get more, like take less damage from the Tempest. And also another tips here, you want to be careful whenever you attack Tempest. So let's say if you have like the painkiller from the Nightingale, it will give you like regeneration and also damage reduction, right? But if you attack him, it will be dispelled by his passive skill. I think this one, yeah. So you don't want to use that painkiller and after that you attack this unit. That's what I think that's what I did on the last turn before with Abyss. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Then some AoE over there. And at this time I tried to cast the March command because I need to get to that point so I could knock the defender back. Stacking some debuff over there. Okay, at this point I tried to tank the damage with the Nightingale, because Nightingale is a bit tanky than the Crossbowman because of the reaction ability that she has, and also because I don't want him to die, and I just want him to be dying. Yeah, I know that's cruel, but that's the tactics here. So my Nightingale has permanently 1 CD cooldown in every turn for the skill. Canceling the big AoE with the back attack. Okay, that's what you want with Blade, with the dodge. So even though he couldn't dodge the passive like the traits from Lash, at least he could dodge the big damage from the energy wave kind of thing. And also I want to show you something. That's another knockback, by the way. And I want to show you something. I think I forgot to mentioned that my blade has a Moon Tarot Whisper. That is that is supposed to make blade to survive the battle, because by having the Moon Tarot card, he pretty much could survive like 3 to 4 attacks from Lash before he died. So it's just to help him sustain the damage. It's another back attack. Painkiller. Okay, so that skill that I just used is from Nonowill, and it will give the debuff Vulnerable 3, which will increase the damage taken to the boss by 30%. And also I want to let you know that the boss has this passive. Which one is that? That one. So every time it receiving an active attack, it will have the buff to increase this attack by 8% and stacking up at 5 times. So my suggestion is, if you have someone that could dispel the buff, you might want to bring that unit or like your item or the Tarot Whisperer in order to remove the buff that it has, because you don't want him to have more damage, because this one can kill you in one hit. So that's also another reason why I bring the Outlaw Crossbowman to this stage. It's because Crossbowman is the Watcher and Lash is the Destroyer, so he could deal more damage to Lash by having the advantage on the roll. He's just really good. He's just really good. See, if you see that status over there, it's like decrease CD or for all skill 1 turn. That's because I have a dying units over here, and I don't really need to heal this unit until I could kill the boss. And pretty much what he does is just stacking some infection. So we could see like how many infection we have here. It has 9 infection in total with all the debuff that the boss has, so that's really good. That's what we want. And that one, the Enchanting Shadow is also grants a dodge for Nonowill, so that's why it's really convenient to use. This is the part where I need to backtrack, you'll see. So I tried too many times to make the boss to move to Abyss. That's why I tried to heal her and give her painkiller for damage reduction, so she could tank the damage. That's a maneuver command, because by the time you're in this position, you want to kill this thing, the strength thingy, at the same time you kill the boss, because it's already round 9 and I just want to speed things up. That's why I just send the blade over there and starting to do damage on that thingy. And also I want to mention that buff over there. So that buff that that thing just did is this, called Oath of Shattering. So it will make the boss gain a damage 3 and also move 1, but it could be dispelled by doing some back attack to the boss. So what you want to do is try to do back attack whenever the the boss has this buff, so your unit could survive the attack. that's where I'm using my Nightingale to dispel the buff from the boss by doing the back attack. So my Abyss could survive. And the boss just died. And now I just need to focus on that wing thingy. And it's already round 11. It's a close game. Now it's time to make my DPS healthy, because that way it could deal more damage. You could see there's a mini buff over there, and we have 7 devil buff in total, so that's really great. Enchanting Shadow, that's to give the vulnerable buff, the debuff as well. So as you can see, it's like speed up, physical defense down, and also attack down, and everything is down. That is so good. And just try to deal more damage as possible. And that's it. And that's pretty much it. It took me 3 hours to theory crafting, and also trying and do some backtracking to clear this stage. And I was having fun doing that, and that's what I like about this game. For the recommendation unit, I don't really have any recommendation except for the team that I have. But I think you will be fine if you level 50, because it's gonna be easier for you to clear this stage. But yeah, if you have some units that can knock back or dodge, or can tank the damage and give some debuff, I would recommend like those units to be used on this stage. Also, use some Seekers to deal more damage to the boss, because it will have the advantage by the roll. It will deal like 50% more damage to the boss as well. And having a 1 archer that can knock back with the Watcher roll is really helpful to kill Flash, and also do some knockback attack to just knock back the enemies to the pitfall. Yeah, I think that's my take-in for this stage. And if you have any question, as usual, just put them in the comment section. I'll try to answer all of them and reply all of them. And if you have any feedback for this video, just let me know as well. I think that's it for now. See you later, and see you in the next video. Bye now.